Hari Om children! In today's session, we will continue the series on Shankaracharya ji. In the last episode on January 25th, we learned how several centuries after Shankaracharya ji's time, Sureshwaracharya took rebirth to complete his Guru's seva. With 30 years of tireless effort, he fulfilled the task of writing a commentary on the Brahma Sutras. Now, let us return to Shankaracharya ji's era. His disciples, Padmapad and others, deemed Gurudev Shankaracharya ji's decision inappropriate and took upon themselves the task of writing a commentary on the Brahma Sutra instead of allowing Sureshwaracharya ji to do so. What were the consequences of doubting the Guru's decision, feeling envious of a fellow disciple, and taking over his service? We will explore this in today's story. After that, we will learn who introduced the game of snakes and ladders and its spiritual significance. Then, we will move on to a yoga pose that helps cure ailments related to the stomach, chest, waist, back, neck, throat, and lungs. In the health topic, we will discuss how to prevent dehydration. So, let us begin today's Sanskar Kendra by remembering our revered Gurudev.
Now all children will hum Omkar. Hari Now, children, we will do Tratak. Tratak increases our concentration and memory power. Hari Om children, now it's time for the story. PADMAPAD'S Pilgrimage, Part 1. PADMAPAD himself had taken the service of the Brahma Sutra commentary, but Shankaracharya had given the service of composing other scriptures to Sureshwaracharya. Sureshwaracharya completed all those texts before the scheduled time. Then other disciples also got convinced that they had doubted Sureshwaracharya's knowledge unnecessarily and had committed a crime by interfering in the Gurudev's orders and decision. PADMAPAD started feeling very remorseful. He became restless in mind and intellectually got disturbed. He came to Gurudev and said while apologizing, "Gurudev, my mind is very restless. I have committed a crime by doubting your decision. To atone for this, I want to go on pilgrimage now." Shankaracharya said, "PADMAPAD, you are a scholar and know that doing pilgrimage is the initial sadhana. What sadhana will you do in a temple, idol pilgrimage place instead of the best practice of being in the company of a guru? Those who get a Brahmagyani guru, their sadhana is for self-realization. Then they should give up the desire of a pilgrimage." Shankaracharya tried to explain to him a lot, but PADMAPAD was firm on his insistence of going to a pilgrimage. Then Shankaracharya said, "PADMAPAD, you had opposed my opinion earlier also, which made you repent. But you are still doing the same. I do not let you go on a pilgrimage. You are insisting under the influence of your mind. You had already opposed my opinion, and that is why your brain is not taking the right decision, and you are finding pilgrimage better than the company of the Guru. If at all you have decided, then go. But remember, this is not my order. This is your own decision. Just as parents worry about their son, I am worried about you. So remember some of my words, and you will be saved from any harm. You should travel on the safest route where general people do. Do not go to places where you're not familiar with the people or have relations. Especially do not stay in one place for long. Keep company with saints, go on pilgrimages, and return soon." Upon listening to Gurudev, PADMAPAD saluted him and left for a pilgrimage. He took along with him the commentary of Brahma Sutra on which he was working. PADMAPAD went from the north to many pilgrimage places, sangams, or pilgrimage places where two or more rivers meet, Jyotirlingas, etc., and reached the Chola region in the south, which today is known as Tamil Nadu. From there he wanted to go to Rameshwaram, but the Chola region was his motherland, and his maternal uncle's village was nearby. He thought since he had come to his village after so many years, he should go and meet his uncle. As soon as he reached his maternal uncle's home, everyone welcomed him with great love and hospitality. People from the nearby locality gathered. Everyone said, "Sanandan," earlier his name was Sanandan. Acharya Shankar gave him the name of PADMAPAD later. "You had gone to Kashi to study and took sanyas there. Now you have become a great scholar. After so many years you have come to us. We request you stay here for a few days and give us some discourse so we may benefit." On the insistence, he resided in his maternal uncle's home. He had forgotten that while leaving Gurudev, had ordered him not to go to the house of any acquaintance and not stay in one place for too long. But he stayed there and started preaching, and he used to consume any food people brought for him. People used to greet him, offer him gifts, and hail him. In this way, many days passed. What happened next? We will know in the next session. All the children will say loudly, Sadguru Dev Bhagwan Ki Jai.
Health tips. After Holi, it is advised to chew neem leaves with black pepper every day for 20 days, as it helps keep your skin healthy, prevents blood disorders, fevers, and other illnesses throughout the year, and boosts the body ability to fight off diseases. During the days of Holi, try cutting down on salt intake for 15 days. It keeps one healthy for the entire year. After Holi, it is best to avoid eating dates because they can be heavy to digest. During this time, the phalgam accumulated during winter melts away and our digestion slows down.
Hariom children, now it's time for the glory of the Indian culture. The spiritual meaning of the game of snakes and ladders. Children, you all must be playing snakes and ladders, but do you know where this game was invented? This game was invented in ancient India. Centuries ago, it was known as Gyan Jopad, which means the game of knowledge. Later, Saint Nyandev of Maharashtra made some changes to this game and named it Mokshapatam. Over time, many changes were made in it, and the name was simplified, and it was named Snakes and Ladders. The main purpose behind the invention of this game was to teach children morals and values, and lead them towards the real purpose of human life. Let us know its spiritual meaning. In this game, square houses numbered from 1 to 100 are made. The first house among them is a birth. The last house of the 100 is salvation. When playing, the dice opens only when the number 1 comes, which means that after many attempts, spirit gets this precious human birth, the purpose of which is to reach the last number of 100 or attain salvation. There are many snakes and ladders in the game. That is, there are many obstacles to obtaining salvation, which are depicted as snakes, and many easy paths are depicted as stairs. If a person engages in anger, greed, jealousy, harming others, impurity, lying, intoxication, stealing, wrongful deeds, or tormenting living beings without reason, they fall from their spiritual state. Symbolically, they are bitten by a snake and descend with delays to the attainment of their liberation or moksha. On the other hand, engaging in spiritual gatherings, satsangs, chanting of the name of Bhagwan, practicing truthfulness, self-discipline, and wisdom, with detachment or dispassion, righteousness, charity, compassion, altruism, and pure conduct, as well as worshipping God and the Guru, and performing good deeds on auspicious occasions like Brahma Murta or the dawn, 3 times prayers in a day, Holi, Diwali, Janmashtami, and other significant dates, yields immense rewards, millions of times more. This accelerates one's spiritual progress, akin to climbing a ladder, bringing them closer to self-realization. In the game, just before reaching the final 100 steps, there is a large snake symbolizing your ego. If a person becomes egotistic, all their spiritual progress is lost. They fall back down. However, someone who takes refuge in Bhagwan, they can even escape the great snake of ego. Reaching the 100th step, they exit the game, meaning they attain moksha and are freed from the cycle of birth and death. It was to convey this profound wisdom that India's selfless, enlightened saints invented the game of snakes and ladders as a playful way to instill moral values in children. You see, children, how far-sighted, great, and profoundly wise the kind-hearted saints of India are?
Yogasana. Halasana. This asana is called halasana because the body is shaped like a plow. Benefits. The practice of halasana removes abdominal fat, constipation, thyroid, asthma, phlegm, blood disorders, sore throat, headache, and even semen disorders. This asana purifies the nervous system, improves the liver, develops the chest, makes the spine flexible, maintains youthful strength, vitality, health, and enthusiasm. Lie down on a seat laid on the ground. Slowly raise both legs together. Lift them together towards the sky and then tilt them backwards towards the head. Keep your feet perfectly straight and your paws on the ground. Bring your chin closer to your chest. After staying in this asana for a few minutes, slowly return to the breathing position, but do not rush.
Questionnaire. Get ready for the questionnaire. Why did Padmapad's mind become unsettled? Why did Padmapad want to go on a pilgrimage? Why did Acharya Shankar not permit Padmapad to go on a pilgrimage? What teaching did Acharya Shankar give to Padmapad before the pilgrimage? In the game of snakes and ladders, what do the snake and ladder symbolize? In the game of snakes and ladders, what do the numbers 1 and 100 represent? What are the benefits of practicing halasana? How should halasana be performed? How should one use water in the morning after waking up? What lesson do we learn from today's story? Narayan, 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 Narayan. With this, today's Spa Sanskar Kendra concludes. We will meet again next week with a new knowledge-enhancing topic. Until then, Hari Om.